Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. What a perfect day for football. And away we go at the Link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Right to the air, it's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
No touch.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Lavonte David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
No touch, set. No touch.
Hurts to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
2-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
No touch.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Working quickly here.
No gain on the play.
No touch.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
No touch, set. No touch.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Lavonte David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Goddard makes the catch. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that connection for a first. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Tight end gets it running forward. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Keys. Real. Hey, alert. Cut.
Coming out, throwing is Baker. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Point it right. Good. Run. Hey, alert 33. Hurry. Cut.
Throwing again is Baker. Hauled in by Godwin. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Buccaneers with some work to do, trailing in this game. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Hurry. Alert. Regular.
Baker throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Mayfield to throw again. He connects downfield on 4th. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
Hey, alert. Hurry.
They kick the running back in motion. First down, here's Baker. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Pistol.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they went with on third down.
Run. Red. Hey, alert 33. Alert. Hurry. Dot.
Mayfield now from the gun. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
First down throwing for Hurts. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Bucky Irving now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
On the return, the Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Up. Kings. Regular. Hurry.
They motion the tight end over.
Up. Watch out.
First and 10, here's Mayfield. Forced out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Hey, alert. Watch out.
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be third and long.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Alert. Watch out.
Baker now from the gun.
Analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Hurry. Up. Kings. Real. Stop.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Alert, alert. Set. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Watch one.
From the gun, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it'll be third and goal.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hey, alert 33. Done.
Mayfield now on third and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to fourth and goal. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Alert, alert. Good. Hurry, hurry.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Watch out.
Baker now. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And it's going to be second down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
No touch.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
No touch. Delta.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Up, up. King. Real.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Run.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Alert!
Mayfield with a blitz coming. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up second down.
Regular. Good. Watch out.
Mayfield will look to throw. On target to Godwin. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and short, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Great-looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Real. Hey, alert! Watch out!
Here we go, it's Mayfield. They connect for the first. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Good. Run. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on first and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Alert! Good. Regular. Point it right. Stop.
Baker now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Kings! Watch.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Throwing this back in the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Kelee Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will be set up at the 20-yard line following.
Venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Right to the air is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Hey, 57 color. Yellow. Hey, rip list. Looks like.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Come back.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Milton Williams collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Yellow.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of the game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire first quarter as well. Great work up front clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some space here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Elliott Good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. 2nd and a couple. As they've got it as we resume action. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Hey, color. Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hero, 15. 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They begin with a run by Barkley.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Hurts sets up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
15. Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll run it again with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Barkley will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Hey, 57.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got him in. inside, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A handoff to Barkley.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw. He's got Smith here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Chiefs 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will get out of bounds as that stops the clock on a big gainer up close to midfield.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Yellow. Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Hey, 43. Watch out.
Mahomes to throw it.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watch out.
Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Yellow, yellow. Attack, attack. Watch out.
One final try for Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that...
Like damn, why I get a like yarn, I'm a drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like white, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something, it feel like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like go. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame. Tryna play up my name when I'm 23 to it, and I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets to the boy alley hooping. I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light scan in the ceiling, got peeled.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 21-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Here's a give to Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, some strong running. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 180. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Fights through him, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Middle. Sit up.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Hey.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
58 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
And this one too low.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it looks like the defense has got it. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
At their own 9-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Flush to his right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted.
Like I'm never enough. Say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. Watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm sick of pretending. So sick of pretending. I need to.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good... Field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
73!
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Ravens nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout called for.
True for the mind. Hurt, but I made it out fine. Still in my prime. Bro, really outline. Talk like you 20 out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine? Bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve. Bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first. Find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt. Funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse. Woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep. Everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops. Wonder where I been. I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Big side, tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 in a so silly.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Buys time, rolling right. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Milton Williams making the stop. From the 32. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st down, here's Lamar. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Middle. Right shot. Shut up.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Chased out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3.
Set.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing here hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. Now he's past the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
They go to Barkley again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 7.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Real quick, ready?
First and 10 now from the 30.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw for Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. On first down, Jackson. Finding Flowers. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That's the long-tenured Brandon Graham with the stop. Lamar throwing again. That's caught at the 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And now they have a first and goal. Henry goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Ravens with a chance to add to their lead. Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Lamar now from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Intercepted in the end zone. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's got to gain a 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Running right, it's Barkley. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Man in motion, out of the slot. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
He's got it to his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
That's right.
Hurts throwing again. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Don't touch it.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. He's got Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Great. Set. Alpha. Hey! Don't touch it.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Don't touch it.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Don't touch.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Don't touch it. Crowd left Yeti. Don't touch it.
Hurts now from the gun. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
So 4th down on heads, Braden Mann for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. Complete. Derrick Henry breaks through, and he might break away. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. No touch.
Here's Hurts. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Hey, 73. No touch.
On second down, here's Barkley. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
to the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Oh, we changed it. Already.
They'll run here with Henry. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
14, Eagles 3.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Good for an Eagles.
Great.
Barkley trying this up the gut. This is ahead for about 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
No touch.
From the 43. He finds Brown right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Good for an Eagles. 1st and 10.
Now Hurts. This finds Smith. We'll have him gain about a handful there, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. On the move, headed right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Field King. Great. Set. Don't touch it.
From the red zone now. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
They're going to run with Barkley. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2. They'll try to run it in. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
Out of the gun, Henry. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Jackson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
Put the body on the line for his team. Forget that it was 4th down, Bronk. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
13.
Running once more with Henry. And he's able to get this to the 32. We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Gun. Side. 11, Thomas. Side.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Keely Ringo making the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Sure, a whole lot of noise to sort through up the middle, but by the time he figured everything out, he was able to hit them for a decent gain.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's got it over the middle. Running down the left side. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. To throw again, it's Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
11, mighty. 11, shot.
Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. T. Higgins, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line.
Two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Bengals 6, Eagles nothing.
Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set. Delta.
They go with Barkley here. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles literally won up that opening touchdown drive, huh? As they take a 7-6 lead here. Elliott all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard
line. 1-1, ready?
They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go. Dodge.
Burrow setting up the play action. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Here we go. Dodge.
First down, Burrow to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Burrow from the gun. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So before they get... We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
11. Here we go. 12. 11, Thomas.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Bengals take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set. No touch.
Here's Saquon. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
No touch.
At the 30-yard line.
No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Eagles at a deficit. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Great. Set. No touch.
On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Goddard makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
No touch. No touch.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a slim 2-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 mighty. Hot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get some late points and the lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set.
Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 39. Escapes the pocket. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Set.
Hurts throwing again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball.
He's got it deep downfield. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play action now. Burrow. He's trying to go deep again. This is brought in at the 15. And he's...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Ready?
Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Check. Ready?
They go right back to Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Go.
From the gun, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is caught. What a throw. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Eagles nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
No touch it. No touch it.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
No touch it.
Hurts to the air on first down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
3rd and long.
No touch it. No touch it.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about.
The birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion.
Right through.
Love gonna air this out to start. He's taking a shot on his first play. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Eagles are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. There it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
This play goes for 36, and that's good for an Eagles first down. They've got a man in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
73. No touch that. No touch.
Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Good. Check. Dave. No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 on the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Great.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here.
Black, red, black shot, you, yellow. Hut, hut.
1st down throw. Here's Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Black ultra.
They kick the running back in motion.
Green jack. Hut.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ready, ready. Hey, green. Blaster, stick, claws red. Stick, mega. Set, hut.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
3-3.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone.
Ready?
Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way was telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Come on, set. Set.
On the give, it's Lloyd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Let's go. Edo blue. Ready, ready.
Love now on 3rd and goal. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Down.
Packers will set up for a 2-point conversion.
Set.
He's throwing for it. And this is caught, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7.
Packers 8, Eagles 7. Brandon McManus set to
On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 5. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Hey, Kate, you want to know how crazy your partner is next to you? I would love to take a fan right out of these stands and put them there on that play, just so they could feel what a 5-yard run feels like. Because it may not look like anything on the stat sheet, but I promise you if the average person felt the pain of what a 5-yard gain was, they'd have a whole new perspective.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles with a 1st and 10. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
No touch that. No touch that.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Quay Walker. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Cade, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Flush down now to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Got it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Set.
They send a man in motion.
Red, yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Smash red. Smash red. Black shot. Huge yellow. Ready?
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Drill green. Black ultra. Green jack. Hut, hut.
Love out of the shotgun. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Green Bay. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
The Packers will set up for the
Yellow,
two-point conversion.
Blaster, 6, claws red. Set, go.
Love to throw again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are stopped just outside of their own end zone after the interception. On now is McManus to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. On 1st down, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
No touch that. No touch.
From the 38. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out on the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Forced out to his right. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
That's right.
He'll throw it. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set. No touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Hauled in by Goddard, left side. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They gain 14 on the play, and that's a Philadelphia first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
Silver, set. Great, set. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this will remain a 4-point game.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
Shotgun now for Love. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready. Steel, black. Red, cycle. Hut.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here.
Red, yellow.
Throwing his Love on third. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check White.
Now give left side to Lloyd. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Zach Bond with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Just 1.
On the set.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. Smash, red, black shot. Ready?
He's back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Yellow. Grill green. Set.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now lead by 10. Quite the strike to his. Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Justin Tucker has this all teed up, and we're underway from Philadelphia. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
They run it with Saquon. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
On second down, here's Barkley. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia! Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Right to the air, it's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
63.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Right.
Here's another carry for Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Set. Ready.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will.
The end of the first quarter with the score Eagles.
We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Buys time, rolling right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Milton Williams making the stop.
A gain of a yard on the play.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
7-yard gain. And the 49ers.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6 now. He rolls to his right. He takes it himself, and he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance.
Ready.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Set, go.
From the gun is Purdy. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Saquon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Goddard makes the catch. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a 1st down.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. So it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Caught near the pylon. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Running back sent in motion. Purdy on 1st down. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Looking to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To the ground with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Here's Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
A give to Barkley. Still finding room past the 45. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Barkley gets it on third down. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're through 3. They'll come up 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Running right, it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
49ers 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hut, hut.
Here's Purdy to throw. Chased out to his right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Purdy setting up that play action.
The 38-yard line.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. Purdy gets this from the pistol. That throw finds Kittle. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
No gain on the play.
Play action now with Purdy.
At the 18-yard line.
Got used check, and it's complete. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers, 14 points back. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Come on, set. Ready.
To throw. On the move, headed right. Ooh, he put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline.
He has the San Francisco touchdown. All right, right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for two. He'll look to throw it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Don't touch it.
They send the tight end in motion.
Don't touch.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles go up by 12 in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
They give it to the back on the zone read. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
25, 49ers 11. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Check go.
Purdy to throw it. Escapes the pocket. That's brought in by Jennings. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Now it's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's on the move. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight.
We gon' party. breathe.